15 iconic couples who defined the 70s. 1. Jack Nicholson and Michelle Phillips. Phillips was married to Dennis Hopper. Nicholson was his best friend, but that didn't stop them from dating on and off. 2. Farrah Fawcett and Lee Majors. Fawcett was an up-and-coming actress. She was set up on a blind date with Majors. They tied the knot in 1973. Fawcett soon found success on Charlie's Angels. The actors divorced in 1982. 3. Jane Birkin and Serge Gainsbourg. The couple's relationship lasted for 13 years. The English model and French singer always turned heads. They had a daughter together, but split in 1980. 4. Raquel Welch and Joe Namath. Welch and Namath's relationship was pretty brief, but the New York Jets quarterback escorted her to the Oscars in 1972. Welch was recently divorced from her second husband. Namath was a hotshot playboy, nicknamed Broadway Joe. 5. Sylvester Stallone and Sasha Calle. Calle was Stallone's first wife. She's one of the few people who knew him before Rocky. The couple married in 1974. Stallone got his big break 2 years later. They eventually split in 1985. 6. Warren Beatty and Julie Christie. Beatty and Christie were the it couple in Hollywood. They broke up in 1973, but there were no hard feelings.
"We're very close, and she's a remarkable person,"
Beatty said in 2016. 7. Jane Fonda and Roger Vadim. Fonda married Vadim in 1965. The French director had already dated many actresses. His lovers had included Brigitte Bardot and Catherine Deneuve. Fonda and Vadim had one child together, but split in 1973. 8. Audrey Hepburn and Andrea Dotti. In 1968, Hepburn divorced Mel Ferrer. She fell in love with Italian psychiatrist Andrea Dotti while on a cruise. They got married in 1969. The couple lived in Rome throughout the 1970s. 9. Harrison Ford and Mary Marquardt. Ford was just starting out in Hollywood, but he entered the movie world as a married man. Ford married his high school sweetheart, Mary Marquardt, in 1964. They were together until 1979. 10. Paul and Linda McCartney. Paul and Linda married in 1969. She was the ultimate rock and roll wife. Linda featured on Paul's records and followed him on tours. The couple were together until her death in 1998. 11. Dustin Hoffman and Ann Byrne. Hoffman was married to his first wife throughout the 1970s. They lived in New York City with their 2 children. In 1980, Byrne and Hoffman officially divorced. Both remarried that same year. 12. Diane von Furstenberg and Prince Egon von Furstenberg. Diane founded her fashion brand in 1972. She had recently become a princess by marrying Prince Egon. They often frequented Studio 54 during its heyday. 13. Sally Field and Burt Reynolds. Smokey and the Bandit was a huge success in 1977. It also led to one of the decade's favorite couples. Field and Reynolds met on the set and dated for 3 years on and off. 14. Paul Newman and Joanne Woodward. Newman and Woodward married back in 1958, but the Hollywood couple was beloved in the 1970s. They offered a rare example of a stable relationship. 15. Mick and Bianca Jagger. Mick and Bianca married in Saint-Tropez in 1971. They were frequently seen at Studio 54. The Jaggers were one of the most photographed couples of the time. After a 7-year marriage and 1 daughter, they divorced in 1978.